Hey guys, this is Corey, owner of Alpha Strat. Hope you guys are excited for tomorrow. Getting ready for March Madness. This is something fun that I was thinking about doing for a while, and I got to thinking, why am I calling it March Madness? And that's because madness is doing what normal people don't do, and um, and what I'm wanting to do is pretty much teach and help guide people to do what most traders don't do, which is considered madness, of course. Um, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you guys a video, and I want you guys to watch this video, set up your charts, get ready for the morning. So in the morning, we will get together. We're gonna go over the market. We're gonna come up with a plan. We're gonna execute the plan, and then we're going to get out and be done for the day. First things first, guys, I don't want anything on your chart other than SPY, and then we're going to do TSLL, which is, make sure it's the NASDAQ version, and then we're going to do UNHG, which is also the NASDAQ version. If you notice, SPY, there's 672.38, TSLL, and UNHG is significantly lower. So TSLL is they're ETFs, but they're highly leveraged. Now, if you're buying like shares, obviously it's going to be a little bit different, but options, it's the same as doing with SPY. But if you spend like a good contract with SPY, it can be like $200, $300, $400. With UNHG and TSLL, it could be $50 to $75 to $100. So it's going to help us start small, and obviously if you do have any losers, it's going to be a lot less than SPY. The reason why we trade SPY is because it has liquid, and that's what we really look for. But TSLL and UHG also kind of favor SPY in a way. If SPY does not flow the way we want to in the morning, we're probably going to go with TSLL. UNHG is going to be kind of like a backup since it is a health. But for sure in the morning, I'm going to give levels for SPY, TSLL, UNHG. This is not going to be done by our AI. It's going to be manually done by me. And I'm going to walk everybody through how everything's done in the morning. We're only going to trade one contract every day, and we're going to have a level to hit. Either we're going down or we're going up. And whenever we hit those levels, we are going to get out, and then we're going to carry on the rest of our day. So once you got these down, go ahead and click on your intervals. Go ahead and favorite the 5, the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, and the daily. Anything else, go ahead and cut it out. We're only going to focus on these. We're going to start with the day, the hour, the 30, the 15, and the 5. After that, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to come over here, go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take that off. Go ahead and start with the cross. The reason why I like the cross is, for one, whenever you go to take your horizontal tool, you can kind of level it up. To me, that's useful. Whenever you got the arrow like this, you don't really have anything guiding you, and so now you got to adjust it a little bit. So go ahead and favorite the cross, and on these lines, go ahead and do the ray, the horizontal line on that one. Go ahead and do the fib retracement on that one. See, go ahead and do the long position and short position. price range, and then rectangle. You don't necessarily need path, but go ahead and do it, because sometimes I would like to, show like head and shoulders patterns, and you don't necessarily need text. So, the rest is just noise. So, so these are obviously these are all your tools right here. You don't really need anything else. Take this, move it down here. So move it kind of in the middle of your chart right here. That way, like when you're working, you ain't got to like, when I first started trading, I'd set it here, then I'd set it down here, and I set it right here. And I was like, you know what? There's a nice space right here. I wish they would just put it here, but just put it right here in the middle. That way you can just come down here and pick what you need. All right, after that, so we're always going to start out with a daily time frame. And as you guys know, it's been really choppy. If you look in December, so 669, since obviously in December, 669.24. Since December, it has not been able to get under that. Okay, so on the daily, go ahead and just put that there. Make a yellow line. So go ahead and lock that in, so that when we get down to the 1 hour and the 30, 15, and 5, we know, hey, this yellow line right here, it has not been down this yellow line since December. So it has stayed above this yellow line. And if you look over here and over here and over here, it's obviously a good point. Okay, so now what we need to do is, where's the next level? So the next level is roughly, if you look right here and right here and right here, let's just go ahead and make this line right here and just try to connect all three of those. We'll put that right there. So 650. So 669, 650. There's not really much going on between there. So if you notice, anytime it's broken this line right here, it has gone down to this line. Okay, so there's a good possibility tomorrow, whenever futures open here in about 30 minutes, it may gap down below it. So 650 area will obviously it says 650, 72. We'll probably do like 650 and 70 cents and 650 and 80 cents. Now go to TSLL, do the same thing. So it looks like there's support here. Obviously, like there's support here. So it seems to be that there's a lot of support right here in this area. Go ahead and just mark that right there. Put a mark right there. So it bounced, went up, bounced, went up, bounced, went up. It's kind of consolidating. The next area would be possibly in the 12s, like right here. Obviously it's a little different whenever you're, so let's see. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and mark that 12 right there. So obviously in the daytime frame, it doesn't look very far, but when you get down to the 5, that's a lot of money right there. So another thing, guys, I want you to realize is when you start in the daily time frame, you can do this on Saturday, you can do this on Sunday, so you know that what direction we're heading for the day. Obviously we're in a downtrend. Overall, if you pull up like the monthly or weekly, we're technically, if you check the quarterly and the monthly, we're moving up. But in the last 2 to 3 weeks, we're going down. And, if it's going sideways like this right here is considered consolidation. If you ever hear me say, hey, consolidating, choppy, this right here. This right here will eat you alive. You will be. See, this is a trending market right here. This is where you make money, okay? The only thing is, if we would have caught this right here, we could have shorted it every single day until it got down to like right here. But now that we're right here, we're looking for a bounce up or a bounce down. And you can do that everywhere. So if you look on the SPY, we are obviously chopping right here. This is chop. People lose money. People lose hope. People will ride this all the way up here, get up in here, and then ride this for the next 2 to 3 months and think they are a bad trader, and that's not necessarily true. I have talked to people that have been trading for years, and sometimes if they trade the SPY, they will just necessarily they'll trade something that is trending. So obviously, TSLL is trending. UNHG, there is a big gap down right here. UNHG is pretty new, but let's see here. Yeah, so UNHG has been in since July. But it moves exactly like UNH. TSLL moves exactly like Tesla. So obviously, UNHG is consolidating. It's down, but technically it's consolidating. So it's here to here. It has not got out of that box. So if you want to go ahead and after you've favored it, mark this box. You can make it yellow, red. I don't like that being super dark. But tomorrow, we don't have to do this whenever we, if we do this now, we don't have to do it tomorrow. This is just one thing that we ain't got to do. So we know that UNHG is consolidating. If it goes above this line, it may try to go up. If it goes below, obviously it's going to go down. So one thing that you do want to do, so if it is consolidating like this, go ahead and draw the box up. Sometimes what I will do is, if I notice that this box right here, but if these two lines right here, I may just go ahead and connect those two lines right there, since obviously there is a double rejection right here. So if it comes up, hits this, it could reject. So if I'm going to trade this, I go down to the 1 hour, see, if you would have drawn that box, you could have traded right into this line and, lost money. So another thing is I want you guys to do is, so let's say like we're in UNHG. We need to do the same thing for TSLL and SPY. So we know in the 1 hour time frame, like I've trained in the past, is in the 1 hour time frame, this is area of interest. So we will take our box and just pretty much you can do this, you can do this. A lot of times what I like to do is I'll just go ahead and I'll mark bottom of the base and right there. So, and I will go ahead and make it a little bit red. I'll go ahead and put it there. So price can trade up into this, reject, and then come back down. And if you look here, there's an area of interest here as well. So if you look at it, bottom of this, obviously you can go like this, but let's say you wanted just to trade the body. Obviously the bottom needs to be green. go ahead and mark these areas up, guys. I mean, go ahead and mark the body up. Let's just go ahead and just focus on the body for now. I'll be with you guys in the morning. And, you know, obviously this right here is the same thing. And another thing, guys, you don't really just need just a whole bunch. I mean, less is more here. We just know that, you know, when price, what we're looking for is so this right here. You see how there's a red candle here and there's just a huge green candle. That is what we're looking for. You know, I would much rather us look for this than obviously like something like this. So this is a small red candle, so it's not like super crazy. But, you know, a lot of people will see this candle right here and be like, oh, well, there's one right there. But what they'll fool you is that green body candle needs to be open up at the bottom of the red. So that means it didn't completely engulf this right here. So that lets us know it's still a little weak. And if you would have bought that, and obviously it came back down. So see, it didn't even hold it. Another thing, guys, I want you guys to do is go ahead and get your Fibonacci retracement set up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a clean chart. We'll start with UNHG. So a lot of times what I will do on the 1 hour chart is I'll do it on that 1 hour and the 30. So obviously, if we're chopping like this, it's going to be hard to find something for Fibonacci retracement on, you know, like the 5 minute. But let's say we do it on the TSLO. See here. All right, so let's take this point for instance. So like this point came down. So it came here, made a new low, came up, came down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the fib retracement, come down here, take the 1 and the 0 here. And go ahead and whenever you first make it, it's going to have just a bunch of crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and just, only thing that's important for us right now is for you to mark out the 0, the 1, the 0.5, 618, and 0.786. Take off the background or it's going to look like that, which is crazy. I don't like it. Just more noise. Okay. So if you look at it, so came from here, came down here. Go to 1 5-minute time frame. Obviously, this yellow line is that yellow line that we drew. You can delete it for now. But this is considered the gold zone. So price came up, went in, and rejected. See how there's a rejection right here, obviously. If you were to go into this and buy this rejection and wrote it down, you know, there's another thing that I'm about to show you guys that's very important, is risk to reward, okay? So another thing is you know, you saw this long position and you saw this short position. Click the short position. So if you would have bought this right here, okay, this will pop up. We are going to set it at, let's see, oh, what's wrong still? Right there. We are going to look about a 1 risk, you know, ratio. So if you bought this, that means your stop loss is up here, and we would have took profit right here. And normally traders will go much farther than that. They'll go to like 1.5. And but as we're trying to learn and get better, I think one ratio will be fine, because if you would bought this here, obviously your stop loss is up here, and you see how it rejects is on the 0.618. Obviously you should sell whenever you get like a big red candle like this. Go ahead and just take profit and close the day, because obviously that price is going to want to come back in here, because look, it does come back up in here and then comes back down. And another thing, guys, is let's go to Alpha Strat Pro. I'm going to throw you guys for a little bit of a loop here. I know you guys are used to seeing all of this right here, and in a trending market, it's beautiful. I mean, it's trending. Like whenever it trends, it's absolutely, I mean, it's beautiful. You go to the daily time frame. If you would have bought this yellow right here, rode it all the way down, I mean, but there is no indicator in the world that I've ever seen during choppy markets like this and it be 100% accurate. And I think this is why this is going to be such an important lesson over the next 17 days, is because look, when SPY is chopping, okay, and when markets are trending, indicators are confirmation, and obviously will make you a ton of money. But whenever we're chopping like this and we're learning the basics, what I'm wanting to teach you guys is knowing how to trade a choppy market, but also when things are trending, you can also use the indicator. You're going to use the indicator regardless, but whenever we're chopping, I want to teach you guys how to use the indicator without having all this extra noise, okay? So what I want you guys to do, I want you to take off the screener, okay? Take the screener off, okay? And go ahead and keep the daily high and low, because that's important. Let's go ahead and keep the alpha. Let's go. You know what? Let's go ahead and take the alpha patience off. Okay. Yes, this is important. Wait the first 30 minutes. But in a choppy market, they may get in, get out the first 5-10 minutes. Keep the alpha 15. Turn off the Alpha Pro, Squeeze Pro. Keep Orange Crush. And go ahead and turn on the Alpha plus V. Alright? And this is another thing I want you guys to do. I want you to come down here. Turn off Gold Buy, Gold Sell, Buy Diamond, Sell Diamond, Retrace Diamond. Turn that all off. Turn this off. Turn this off. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So this is a much cleaner chart. So to explain, the 15 and this Orange Crush is, the 30-minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame is what this is using. And the Orange Crush is pretty much adding the 30-minute time frame on top of the 15-minute time frame. And whenever you see this, that means there was a rejection, and in that time frame, and it went back in, and this would be considered a 30-minute low. Okay. But one thing that we're looking at here is this VWAP. Okay. The hard part about VWAP is people don't know how to trade it. So whenever I made this, if price is below it, it's red. If price is up, it's green. You only want to do calls when it's above, and you only want to short whenever it's red. So if you guys are like, well, what are we doing today? Well, a good way to learn is this VWAP right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this Alpha and Orange Crush just so I can kind of teach you guys. Okay, so one thing that so if you look right here, how price went up into VWAP. Okay, and then we got this big red candle. Okay, that right there is an engulfing candle. If you would have bought this right here, you would have made a bunch of money. Okay, if you would have shorted it here, did a 1 ratio. If you would have bought it right here and just sold right there, once we get more into it, we can do 1.5 or 148. That's close enough. So if you would have bought this here and wrote it down to right here, and you have met your goal, we're going to size in to make money right there. Okay. Same thing here. If price goes above, so like we were talking about Friday, price went up, price came down, it didn't engulf it. I told you guys I didn't buy in yet, and it went up, and I seen this, and I'll tell you exactly how I made my money on Friday is it engulfed, came down, went up, went into previous day, what was that? Previous day low, okay? So what I did was I didn't buy here, but I knew the daily was going down. So what I ended up doing is I waited to see what this did. It rejected. I bought right here, and I sold right there. I quit for the day. I only traded one contract. I made like 30%, which is great. But I sold right here, and I was done. If it would have came up here, did it again, just like it did right here, you could have bought it, got close, sold out. If we were to do a risk to reward, our entrance is here. Obviously 1.5 would be about right there. So we could have sold right there, made our money. Same thing with here. Look at that. 1.5 right there. See, reason why I don't do 1.5 because I know that's what a lot of day traders do. And what I will do is I will actually do like 140. That way we can at least get in before everybody else starts selling off, or we can do like 125 or something like that. Okay. So if you would have bought right here, shorted it, could have got it right there, and everybody else is going to target for 1.5 and be gone. So, but anyways, guys, go ahead and get your chart set up. That's a quick little lesson. In the morning time, we're going to get together, go ahead and get all this in. I'm going to post this on the Discord. Watch this as many times as you need to. Get prepared. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this. We're actually going to we're going to really make some changes with you guys. So, alrighty, guys. Hope you have a good rest of the Sunday. We'll see you guys in the morning.